Hey, and welcome. Hang on a second. Oh, I see what's going on. I'm professional. You guys want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
I'm Kim. I'm playing Katie Michaels. She is a born hunter. She likes to deer hunt. She's a country girl. She deer hunts. She goes to college. She's majoring in medieval history or any other type of history. She takes notion, but medieval is one of her favorites. Um, she's an all around good girl. Don't care to get a little dirty every now and then. Um, and finds herself in a situation with we're assuming vampires, zombies, and a few things, and interested in seeing how it all plays out tonight.
All of the above. Who's next?
I'll go. I'm Geralene. I'm playing Malory. Um, I'm like a science geek, I guess you'd say. I work in a lab. We're trying to figure out how to make renewable resources better. Um, and yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it.
All right, I'll go next. My name's Brandon. Tonight I am playing Micky. And at one time I was the next big thing in motocross, but now my priorities in life have changed and a lot of things have happened. I can't wait to get started.
My name is Vincent, aka Brian Westgate. Um, Grew up in California, Silicon Valley. Recognized at a young age for intelligence and computer skills. Started working for the government in the private sector. Realized some sketchy shit was going on. That's what led me to these fine people.
Sketchy shit in the federal government? Never.
Nah, shit.
Never.
I said that.
Okay. By the way, for the NSA agents, if you can just go ahead and hit us with a follow, we appreciate it. It's cool.
They like it when they watch.
So, this is Hunter the Reckoning, The Silent War. It's our second episode, but the first one was kind of an introduction into the world of Hunter for you guys. Tonight we'll be beginning our hunt proper. So, a few days ago, episode one, if you want the full story, you guys want to tell us kind of what happened to you?
Caleb? I'll let somebody else do this.
Well, I know we found ourselves in some crazy situation, chained up, in an odd area.
Chained up in the basement, no clue what happened beforehand.
No,
Just, you know,
and
normal
all
shit.
these wonderful people around us.
I think some zombies to get through. Went in front of what we assumed was a vampire. Hid from another type of man who
the
ended up
storm.
yeah, like a thunderstorm. Now we're on the run, kinda. We've got FBI agents breathing down our necks, telling us to keep our noses out of it, and or there will be dire consequences. But of course, we're able. We're not gonna do that shit. So we tend to take care of.
I gotta figure out what the heck this stuff is.
Yeah.
And then, after all of these things happened, and you guys were starting to feel that drive, we'll use the actual term from the book for it here, the drive. You heard a radio report. Children were going missing in the area of Hines Road. You heard some commentary that it sounded like something out of folk legends. And Katie, you sent an email. You hadn't
Yep.
heard anything back in a few days. And the four of you were hiding out in Brian's safe house. And you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about that, Brian, as we move forward?
Yes. Basically, I've set this house up as a very creepy safe house. It's got computers, uh, military grade computers. It has also it has a disability to it that most of the people that come into my house that's not a part of this world feel very uncomfortable in my house. Like it's when they come through the door, it's makes me causes some social things.
And I made an error there. Everyone besides Kim, please close out on that.
Okay.
After I read it.
How do we close it?
And Katie,
Let's see.
while you guys are kind of just sitting around trying to figure out how you're going to deal with this new situation, you get a new email, and I'll give you a moment to go through that. What are the rest of you doing at this time? This is after you ate and you heard the report on the news that 2 more children have gone missing.
I'm gonna kind of be browsing around while I'm saying stuff like, "It's no surprise that kids are going missing out here. You know the way it is. You've seen what just happened to us."
I'm going to be searching the computer.
All right. Give me an intelligence and technology roll.
Like, yes.
Can I choose to read this out loud to everyone here in a minute?
Yeah. Like that is your information. Do with what you want.
Yeah, I want to read it to everybody so they kind of. I'm in the group. I'm in the clique. I think I've been around them long enough that I kind of want to fill them in when I get a chance.
Technology and intelligence. Any modifiers?
That'll be it mostly.
All right.
Unless you have something, like a perk or something that you could use here. But
I do have a perk, but it depends on. I can. My perk is watching Big Brother.
Nice. Go ahead and just roll the into investigation for now, though, if you're looking for information.
Oh, an investigation.
Or into technology. Into technology.
Okay.
My bad.
Let me read. Record here.
So while you guys are sitting here after eating the meal and everybody's doing their thing, Brian, after a few hours of looking through countless paranormal investigation and folklore write-ups with no real substantial material to them, you find a link. This link does not have any metadata, and the address itself is simply an IP address. Normally, caution would take over here, but caution's starting to lose to desperation as you hear these kids going missing and the things that you've been through in the last few nights. So do you take the risk?
Yeah, sure.
A website pops up. It's a simple black and orange themed page looking like something from the late 90s rather than a modern website. The only options on the screen are log in or close the page now. Above it, it says, if you go further, this might potentially destroy any sense of normalcy in your life, and I will not be responsible for your therapy bills. If you can't hack it, step away. Over the top of the log in or go back buttons.
I think I've already seen things that's going to cause me issues down the road. I'm going to go with it.
All right, and it pops up and it requests for you to create a username. There are no passwords, no emails. For anyone who has any experience, this is very much what the real world dark web looks like. And it's something that you, Brian, would be catching on that it... So, do you create a username, and if so, what is it?
Username is I'm Batman.
I am Batman. Username has been taken. No, I'm just kidding.
Batman.
Once you put that in, an IRC window pops up with the user Echo Ghost. Zeros for the O's and a $sign for the S. And the message reads, hey, it looks like you were researching the Witch of Hines Road. A nasty piece of work, that one. Is she active again? It's been like 30 years since the last time. So how long you been hunting?
What's up in there? It's been on my bucket list. I'm just getting around to it.
He replies back, good to know. Do you know if she's up again? Also, you know she's not really a witch, right?
Tell me more. That's what I thought back.
Well, whenever I get a chance, I'd like to kind of pop in on this part of it. Just whenever.
Should I lie to you too? Brian, question mark.
No need for lies amongst friends. Or like-minded individuals in parentheses. There we go.
Understood. I know that you were once on the do not give access menu. But that's changed, hasn't it? You're one of us now.
Indeed it has. Once the eyes are open, they cannot close.
I don't know a whole lot, but there's a word that keeps coming up. Bali.
Bali. Question mark.
One of the bloodsuckers, apparently demonic in origin. Weird hybrid or something. That's all I know. At this point, Kaite, if you want to come into the room while Brian's on the computer with your message.
I'm not giving them the full thing. I'm just going where it gets into the part about the history. So, everyone, my professor, Jeff, finally got back with me, and very interesting story from what he's, heard about it. He said that the prevailing story is that in the early 1800s, there was a witch, the term used by the people of the region to describe her. But be careful about this use of the term, named Torbid. Who would kidnap, kill children, and bathe in their blood in attempts to preserve her beauty and youth. The locals wouldn't do anything about these murders for quite some time. This is believed to be because the townspeople were afraid of Torbid. Eventually, after several years and several more kidnappings and presumed murders, the mayor gathered a group of people together to burn the witch. It says there is a synopsis of some of the legends I have heard regarding the act of vigilante justice. Please keep in mind that just like supernatural elements in folklore, sometimes these events will be conflated and with hearsay, taking away portions of the truth. And there's 3 points of interest. Very descriptive. The first point was the lake of blood. It is said there the vigilantes made their way to Hines Road. They claimed to have seen the rivers and lake of the property filled with human remains, and the water was colored red with blood. Although it is possible, if Torbid was actually killing the children, that they could have been dumped into the lake. Point 2 is the cave. There's a cave on the property where Torbid once lived. This I can say for sure because I looked up some information online once I've asked about it. And it says, now to the legends of the cave, most of the vigilantes that attacked and killed Torbid would not enter the cave as it gave them an uneasy feeling. However, one individual did enter, and according to legends, he never spoke again following this incident. No one knows what he saw in the cave. Others claim claim a hellhound lives in the cave, which is a mystic beast, part canine, part demon. Personal prejudice aside, I do believe, considering circumstances, that could be a wolf or an overactive imagination. And the third point was the cabin. It says the final part of the story is that the vigilantes did make their way to Torbid's cabin. There they found her naked, covered in blood, standing in the doorway. The legend says that the vigilantes were stunned by her beauty and almost forgot why they were there until one person noticed the blood on her. They threw their torches into the house, setting it ablaze. Reports claim that her laughter could be heard for miles until she finally perished in the fire. So that's apparently the whole story from what he's got. It says there's tales like this always talks of deals with the devil and future hauntings that follow. So that's kind of what we're looking at and the points that and he also gave me another contact person, Janet Mercer. She runs the library there in Gadsden and is an expert in folklore. So, I mean, that's just kind of what we're looking at if it's really the witch that's taking the children.
All right. And Micky and Malory, is there anything else that you're doing as far as preparation, pre-investigation, anything of that nature during this time?
No, I just wanted to check out the safe house, but I was gonna say I'd kind of walked up as she was reading, so that way I caught off.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I can say both of you are in earshot if you want to, because
All right.
Yeah. The only thing I wanted to do is kind of look at my phone or whatever, see if maybe my lab partner Michael had said anything, or try to contact me or anything.
all right. Yeah, there is a message there. Hang on, I'm still being professional here. Sorry, guys.
How dare you?
There we go. Now the actual proper chat window or dice roll window is there. Just one moment here. So Michael was the one you were looking to?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
wanted to see. He's my lab partner, so I just wanted to see if maybe because I know there was some stuff went down or whatever, there at the lab. So I wanted to see if he'd send anything or.
Yeah, I would say there would definitely be a just an initial message of what happened here. You didn't put anything up the last time you left, and I haven't seen you in the last couple of days.
I'm just gonna kind of message him back. I'll be like, I'm probably not gonna be in for a little while. Sorry about the mess. I'll try to fill you in on it another time.
No worries. Just try to keep me in the loop from here on out.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't hear from me in a little bit, keep trying, please.
You okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. Just some craziness. Yeah, I'm good though. I'm with some other people. They're good people, so
All right. Let me know when you'll be back.
yeah.
And Brian, you kind of got distracted with everything going on, but you look down, there's one last message that says, I've got a roll, but you know how to find me if you need me.
I click there saying, be safe out there.
You too. This isn't an easy life.
Well, I'll tell everybody what the message that I got. I think, guys, I just got a hold of somebody on here who's obviously a hunter like us, and we got heads up that this was a Bali, probably a vampire.
What is a Bali?
I don't know. I'm going to search this up and see if I can figure it out. So I'm
What
going
was
to
the
type on the
guy's name?
computer about Bali, see about legends of vampire Bali.
Who was the guy talking to?
What was the guy's name you were talking to online?
Do you have a name?
Yeah, oh, Echo Ghost.
Echo Ghost. Yes, Echo Ghost. Yeah.
So,
You want me to put him on my contact list, Dave?
You can put a note of it. He's not a true contact at this point, but you can definitely purchase that and make him one if you want to, and he'll then continue to act like a contact moving forward.
so what are we gonna do, y'all?
I was gonna say on that email you got, did they give us any context that we should maybe start with? Was that who Janet Mercer was?
Yeah, that was someone who specializes more in folklore.
Well, you think she could lead us to that lake of blood?
Well, we can try. I don't remember. I don't think there was any phone numbers or anything on that, was there?
No, the email simply said that she works at the library.
Yeah, we'll go
Gadsden.
talk to her. We'll talk to her.
Yeah, let's go see what we can find out from her. And, I'd like to know a little bit more before we actually go up there. But if there's children actually missing and this is true. So, Brian, did you say that the guy said that the Bali has something to do with the witch thing? And
Yes, he said that it's a bloodsucker, vampire.
It's not actually a witch; it's a vampire.
Yeah, it's not actually a witch. I think that would. And he says that it's just gone active. That it has been kind of, I guess, asleep or whatever for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years? How would a vampire be like?
Maybe it had a stake drove in its cold, dead heart.
What's the name of that guy, Dave?
Echo Ghost.
Echo Ghost.
And it's zeros for the O's and a dollar sign for the S.
Are you all up to the library?
Now, Gadsden's about an hour and a half drive from where Brian's safe house is.
Do y'all want to go, or?
How far is the actual location of the disappearance?
It's okay. So, it's in the countryside area of Gadsden. So it's not in town, but the library is in town where you would be going to meet with Janet, and then in the outlying area is where Hines Road is at.
Yeah, I'd say we head that way, unless someone's got a better idea.
I don't want to. Okay, I'd like to find out what all she has to say before we try to tackle this. By ourselves, and just kind of get more of a ideal. It's kind of. Jeff, he told me what, he had stayed up on when he found out, but I'd rather get like her points of view. Maybe she has something different to say that, he might have missed, or can point us in the right direction of, because all them points, the cave, the lake, the cabin, that's, even though it was said to have been burnt and she was burnt, but if she is a Bali, if that's her, possibly. Wouldn't fire burn a vampire? I don't know much about them. I always thought they were a bunch of bullshit and it really existed, but would fire actually hurt me?
It's hard to say.
Say what legends are true and what not.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't I remember seeing something about that on the computer?
Seeing what on the computer?
About the
About
Bali.
them fighting vampires on there using fire. Wasn't that one of the things we talked about?
You saw a SAD, which you now are, or not an SAD, an ISO strike force come in with flamethrowers taking out a hive.
I have seen them use fire before. So on some of the things that I was watching.
Well, if they
there's
use
something out terrorizing.
Yeah, that's what they were using. So there may be some validity to the fire.
Well, are y'all up for the library first?
Should we maybe come up with a way to get some weapons on ourselves, like some fire?
A Bunsen burner.
It's a start. That could be
the portable Bunsen burner.
That could be the igniter.
Hey, we could look into some dragon's breath.
Yeah.
Can I take this moment to?
Hey, I can help make that.
Roll Arsenal difficulty 4.
Okay.
And then if we don't have dragon's breath, maybe I can get around here and some of my
It's not
Wait a
got
minute.
me into the roll.
Make some.
It doesn't.
Mm-mm. No, I've just got Arsenal and that's it.
Sometimes having the book nearby is handy. Page 90, was that right? That's what we came up with earlier?
Yeah. It's it and craft. Do I need to just roll that?
Okay, so you're going with the craft route now? Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to put together something like I said, do like the sniper rifle with the night vision.
And then you're. So, are we doing a flamethrower or are we doing a sniper rifle?
Which one y'all want to do?
Flamethrower.
Well, I've seen them use flames. I'm not sure if even bullets would affect something like that. I mean, we've all seen movies of vampires shrugging off bullet shots.
Yeah.
Then
Can we at least
it's hard to
These-
shrug off a headshot, though.
guess
So-
we'll kind of find out if the movies is the true way of killing them or just fantasy?
So
Since
do you
I
all
thought
want
they
me
were
to
all
do
fantasies.
Yeah, we could
a
also.
flamethrower, or do you want me to do sniper rifle?
I'd say
Flamethrower?
fire, but
Plus, you guys are in Alabama. You can buy a rifle.
Okay, I'll do a flamethrower. Craft and int. All right, wish me luck.
Mhm.
Those fingers.
4.
And you've got a flamethrower. Plus 3 aggravated damage. You can just make a note on the side for when you will use a strength and firearms with this particular weapon because a lot of it is keeping it under control.
It was this the you said modifier?
Plus 3 aggro.
Okay. All right. Okay. Bada bing.
Heck yeah.
well, that's a good start. So
Now,
So now with-
I'm sorry. I have
Oh,
a
no.
question.
All right. With the time it took Kaite to put together a flamethrower, that's a few hours of work. So there's time, and this kind of leads into what I'm assuming what you're going to ask next, I guess, because you got some time before you're ready to leave because she's got to throw this together.
I was going to ask if she makes one, can she make more?
The way that it's actually written up, that is not how it works. But
Okay.
we'll discuss as we continue playing. Balance to rule of cool and where we fall in the middle of it. But for right now, you'll just have one.
Oh yeah, that's what I figured for now. But I'm like, if she wanted to replicate this down the road, if it works,
Yeah. Actually, there's a perk that allows her to make one for everybody.
Yeah.
Moving forward. So that would be a good thing to think about if you do want to continue doing things like that. Maybe take that.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
enough rules talk. Let's get into some story.
Yeah.
Why-
So
While she's doing all that, I'd like to be going over there and trying to like put stuff on. Like I'm like, okay, we're dealing with the vampire possibly. I want to try to get something around my neck here.
some
Some
garlic
neck
in your
armor.
front pockets.
Oh yeah, yeah, and some to put in my mouth.
I'm
and-
gonna whittle me up a piece of wood because you never know what you might get stuck using.
for you, that'll be a Dexton craft, and that'll be super easy. Like one success and you're good.
All right.
I suggest we go to this
I guess
location.
Dexton craft for yours as well too. That's about the best I can come up
Okay.
with. But got to leave some chance in there if it works out for you or not.
Alright. Oh wait, I think I did it wrong.
You do have a stake. Oh wait, that was craft and strength, but
Well, I actually hit Dex and Craft, but it just keeps saying stuff like that, you know.
okay. So when you hit craft first,
No, I didn't.
hit craft first, and then there's a
Okay.
drop down menu to where you.
I forgot
Okay,
about that.
Okay, there we go.
All right. You've got neck
Yeah.
armor. It'll just give you a +1 bonus. Like
Okay.
if anyone tries to bite you.
Okay.
It won't prevent it, but it will
Right.
help.
Slow it down.
Whatever tactics, guys, we probably need to do this during the day too. I seen
Yeah,
some
at least
video of them dragging them out into the sunlight.
Well, just to talk to the librarian, we should
Yeah.
be good.
Well,
But
to talk
just in
to
case, we got a flamethrower, so
the librarian, you have to do that during the day
yeah.
because well, the library closes at 6. So. Speaking of which, we've moved into early afternoon, so if you're going to make it on time,
Let's
you
go.
might want to head
Yeah.
out.
Guess we can hop in my Bronco.
Was
Unless anybody else is
Bronco
going
at
to be with me.
Nope.
I'm going to, as the kind GM for the beginning of the campaign, don't get used to that. Ask Brian, do you want to take your vehicle since it...
I have all this. I have all the surveillance equipment in my van, and it's rigged up with computers and everything we might need if we want to take it.
Yeah.
Will my Bronco be safe sitting here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to click, lock the doors. Get whatever I need out of it out. Probably like another gun.
Always have more guns.
Oh,
I want a gun that shoots guns.
I'm getting my shotgun out. Picking up it and putting it in the back.
So Brian driving, who's shotgun, and who's back in the mobile command station?
Well, I've got a 1 in drive. What do you got, Phil?
I got a 1.
I got a 2.
So, you got 2 in drive?
Yeah.
Well, I can offer, if someone wants to drive, I can operate the command center in the back.
That's
Yeah, I
me.
can
I'm
go back-
open. I'm open
I
to
can be
whatever.
back in the back with him as well, you know.
I hand the keys to.
All right, shotgun.
I hand the keys off, and I make a warning. Say, look, the stuff is not easily replaced. Drive very carefully.
Will do.
So how fast are you driving, Mickey? No.
Yeah. What's the fucking speed limit?
You're on back roads in Alabama, I think like
No
35.
speed limit. No speed limit.
No
35
speed limit.
/ not really.
Yeah, I'll just drive normal, like speed limit top drive. As soon as
So-
we're ready to roll.
If nobody has any other business to take care of, we'll fast forward an hour and a half's drive later, and you pull up into the small town of Gadsden, Alabama. It's very much a main street and connecting roads type of town. You do see a few little fast food joints, but more little hole in the wall restaurants to go to instead. There's no chain stores, but stores that specialize in particular items that people may need. There's a clothing shop, a small grocery, an electronics store, things of that nature. And the second largest building in Gadsden is the library, the first being the town hall.
So I want to pull on up to the parking lot. Should we case the place out for a minute or circle around maybe or just park here?
And we should be okay just to park. I mean, it's still daylight, so I guess we'd be okay.
I wanted to use some of the van's surveillance equipment just to turn on some cameras and things to kind of check things out.
All right, so now is this active or are you setting it to record?
I guess I'll set it to record
Okay.
while we get out and go into the library.
All right. This is the point where I wish I had like some dice in my hand to do behind the scenes rolling, but
Don't do that. You don't need that. Stop that.
I'll be right back, guys. No. So you go into the library. It is a large 2-story brick building. About 10 years ago, it would have been really nice. But some of the some of the brick is starting to crack. And that's what I did with words there. But overall, it does seem to be a very nice building. Large glass doors in the front that you do have to push them open.
I'm going to go up to the front or the counter or the desk and ask for Miss Janet Mercer.
Sitting at the desk, there is an older teen, young adult, hard to really tell behind there. And they look up at you. You need to speak to Janet?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
And they walk into the back. And a few moments later, a woman rolls out in a metal wheelchair in a blue dress flowing and green and red dragon tattoos on both of her arms with pink and purple blush and a large necklace around her neck. She looks at you. Dear, you must be Kaite.
Yes, ma'am. Pleasure to meet you.
Jeff told me that you might be coming.
Yes. Did he explain to you why?
He said you was wanting to know some information about that legend of the Witch of Hines Road.
Yes. Of course,
But-
I am a big history major, so and just trying to figure out, a lot of these children have gone missing, and just trying to see if we can help the community and possibly explore a little bit more into it and see if it's possible that the witch, if she's actually real or.
She's real. I knew them last two kids. Jenny and Tommy Wilson. Good kids. Don't come from the most well-to-do family, but Wilsons are trying best they can. But-
And they haven't been seen since. I mean,
Here's the interesting thing. It's a real shame, but the last two people that I told that story to went missing.
Well,
That would
we're-
be Jenny and Tommy.
well, we're trying. We kind of been looking into it and are getting prepped to check it out. I don't want to see children going missing if this is real and she's real, and do the best we can to try to put an end to it.
Give me give me a charisma and persuasion roll.
I don't have anything in persuasion, so that's gonna be straight charisma. How do I just put charisma, or?
No, you'll still do it with persuasion, but it will give you 0 dice.
Okay. All right, so persuasion, not performance. I know I'm gonna run this one. I didn't get anything. But
Now I can tell you that story, but I need to know a little bit more.
well,
What is it that you're looking for?
just trying to find out what happened to the kids. I'm gonna ask if we can stay. We're like right out in the middle of the library, aren't we?
Yeah, there's a few people in here.
I'm gonna ask if we can step back somewhere where not everybody has to hear, or can eavesdrop. Y'all okay with that, guys?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
don't need
I
no
would
drops
much
of
rather.
ease.
Okay.
And she reaches down and begins to will herself into her office. And if you follow, we'll go ahead and you're
Yeah.
sitting there. It's a little bit of a mess. There's a lot of random papers lying out on the desk, books. The bookshelf behind her has books, and then where several of them have been taken out at one time have fallen over a little bit.
Okay, so how can I
So,
say this?
your trip, is this about the children, or is this about history? Which one is it?
Both.
Which one's the main one?
But look, we've encountered some really crazy stuff that we never thought to be possible. So this stuff that you're talking about here, if you could just tell us a little bit about it, maybe it could help us.
You can attempt the same roll that Kaite had to make to see if you can
Okay.
warm
What
up
is it?
to her. Persuasion and charisma.
Hey, Dave, I'm going to flash a badge that I carry.
Nope.
All right. Considering
Well, we ain't doing it.
We suck.
I have an FBI badge that I made.
manipulation and intimidation, then, which this will change.
Our attitude.
Well, I don't want to intimidate her. I'm just letting her know that, that these kids are like under official capacity. To maybe kind of say, well, okay, you're trying to find the kids. That's kind of what I'm coming on. See what I'm saying?
It's still going to be the same because just, flashing a badge is. Now, you could do the persuasion and charisma if you let into it, but if the first thing you do is show the badge, that's intimidation.
I got you. So I'll lead into it.
Well, I think we might just need to just bluntly tell her what's kind of. I'm gonna so I'm gonna say, hey, can I be honest and just blunt with you right now?
Honestly, that's preferred in this situation, and all I've been asking for.
Okay, so the last week, I guess you could say, it's probably been that amount of time, week or so. We all found ourselves in a very peculiar situation, chained up in a basement. Things that, do you believe in, let's say, vampires, zombies, and stuff?
I don't know specifically about those, but I believe it's the greatest act of human hubris to believe that we're the apex. To believe that we've understood how everything works. My colleagues in science departments will disagree with me, but when you dive into these legends, there seems to be an undercurrent there that moves through them of truth.
Well,
so my mind is open.
Okay, so we found ourselves, like I said, chained in a basement. Came across some undead. What we're thinking because and what we think is a vampire. It's unexplainable. I mean, that's just what we come to the realization of. And then a gentleman made himself, from what we can gather, into a storm. There was some black vehicles that pulled up, went in, torched things, I'm guessing, and we left.
That's an awful lot to take in at one time, but if what you say is true, or what believed to be true, I can see why you were guarded with that information at first.
Now
I've got a question for Brian real quick. Because there was a little bit of confusion there with, game and narrative kind of coming against each other. Did you get the badge out?
No, I haven't yet. Okay. I was going to lead into it if I decided to use it.
I just want to know if it was like in your hand or if it's still put away.
It's put away, yeah. Okay. I'm not going to bring it out until necessary.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so all this coming together, and then we hear about the children missing, it just kind of clicked because I don't know what all Jeff has told you, but I'm a country girl. I like to do hunting and things. This has just been, you know, whatever got us was pretty powerful. Like I said, we think it may have been a vampire. Like I said, we kind of, it was just a whole lot at one time. But and then these children go missing, and just wondering if it's a coincidence.
Oh,
You know, that
it's no coincidence. There's two
so
there's two things that are circulating right now. Well, three if you count that bullshit story that Mike's spouting from the sheriff's department.
oh,
But either there's a copycat killer on the loose, but no one's been in or out of here, and that's not something that I would see happening. Now, you asked me if I believe in a lot of things, and I don't know the answer, but I've seen things that go outside of reality. Is it a ghost of Torbid? Or is there something still there? I don't know. But I'm leaning that it's connected to her in some way, not a copycat.
see, that's what we're wanting to find out. Put it this way, our curiosity got sparked. Well, for me, like I said, being in that basement and the things that we seen, I want to make it. I want to protect the, children, the younger people. I mean, I'm young, but to try to save as many people. Got government that says, "Oh, we're doing this," blah blah, trying to keep everything secret. And I don't want to go spread the word to everybody because I don't want to panic or people, think I'm fat crap crazy. But I want to try to see, like I said, I'm a big history. I love history and staying up on stuff. So just see if if we can find out if it's real, and save as many kids as possible. Because if this is actually happening with everybody that's went around there, something that we, I feel like I have to do for my own personal well-being, So, anything that you can give us. I know Jeff gave me a big description of some different places of interest to and said that, if I had any further questions that I could talk to you because, a lot about folklore. So
she starts shuffling her hands across the desk as you're talking, and she pulls out a note card underneath a stack of envelopes and starts writing on it. If you want more information, I'd suggest starting with Gary and Heather. That's Jenny and Tommy's mom and pop.
Gary and Heather?
Gary and Heather Wilson. Here's their address. It's just on the other side of the mountain from Hines Road.
Oh.
Well, since you know so much about this, like, you know the history of it and stuff, would you happen to know, like, anything that would help to, like, find them? To find Torbid? Or how to destroy her if we do find her?
You may be barking up the wrong tree on that one. I do know that the things I've seen, whatever's there continues to exist. What I can tell you is from the legend, the house was burnt, and it's no longer there. But the caves still exist. Just down the hill from where the cabin would have stood.
Okay. Does he went details about the cave, about some beast that was part canine, part possibly demon, is what's been reported, like a hellhound or something.
Well, that's one thing. This whole region, the American Southeast, there are things that live here that don't fit into any categories of the animal kingdom. Now, people have a way of remembering things a little differently than they happened when they tell a story, and especially the third or fourth person to tell it. Things change, but I know for a fact there's strange animals that we don't know what to call them, so hellhound, perhaps.
I mean, I've been here all my life, not here per se, but uh, I've never seen anything. I mean, I'm in the woods constantly. Never have seen anything remote. Like I said, this is all so new to me, and it's like things that you would see on a movie. So you know, just trying to get as prepared as we can, because, like I said, if we can do anything about it, that's what that's what I'm about to do. Is
Well, you've
take.
been open and honest with me once we cracked that wall. So I'll tell you, she looks down at the chair, how I ended up in this. You ever heard of the white thing, as the old folks call it?
No. Have you all heard of the white thing?
Anybody who's lived in Alabama their entire life can make me an intelligence and history check at this point to see if you have.
Okay. Oh, God. There's no history.
Oh, yeah. Academics. I was thinking because, and you can use your history specialization.
Okay, and how do I do that? It's
Click the specialty box.
specialty. There's not a specialty on. Oh, where do I click the specialty box at?
When you click to roll, it comes up in the pop up.
The modifier.
Academics and what?
Intelligence and academics.
Yep.
Okay. I don't have. I just see a modifier, desperation dice, and difficulty.
All right, just put a +1 modifier for it for now, and we'll figure that out.
Okay. All right, so it's not letting me put that in there, so I'm just going to add 1 to whatever I roll, right?
Yeah.
So 3.
That's not how that works, but
Oh, I need to roll 1 more dice.
but it's okay. It's okay. So you all have heard stories of this. It's essentially, just to simplify it, it's an Alabama native Bigfoot storytelling of a giant white beast covered in long, thick hair.
Sam Squanch.
Okay. And you seen that's what put you in the chair?
It broke my C4 when I saw it running at me and didn't have time to get out of the way.
So Bigfoot or Abominable Snowman or whatever exists. I'm not making fun. It's just I thought I was crazy thinking vampires, but
So now we've heard each other's crazy.
I like I said, that's kind of why we're trying to, did you know if it's still around or anybody else seen it other than you?
Oh, this was days away from here. Well, not days, but I'll tell you that story another day. We get on the other side of this one, then maybe it could be something of interest for you.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome.
If we have any other questions, would you like for us to share with us or share with you our finds if we?
Well, if you find Jenny or Tommy, either way, just let me know. We'll hope that it's alive. But I'm prepared for whatever it may be.
All right. Well, I guess we've taken up enough of your time.
One last piece of advice before you go.
Okay.
I don't know how you do these things, but that crooked sheriff's telling everybody that all these kids got lost in the woods. It's not happening. Those kids know
Maybe we should check out the sheriff.
those kids know the woods better than he does. Be careful around him. He's hiding something, and I don't know what it is.
We'll take it again, and we'll be out of your hair.
Thank you. And like I said, let me know if you hear
If we
anything.
have,
Either
I
way.
sure will.
Either way.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. All right. So I guess as we're walking out, I'm gonna. So guys, do you think we need to go talk to the sheriff, or go do our own thing? Said there's something sneaky about him.
Do we want to go talk to the kids' parents?
Yeah, I have a feeling the sheriff will find us soon enough.
Yeah. Well, let's try to make our way to. Okay. Said over the hill from there, right?
She gave you the address. She
Yeah,
wrote it down.
Yeah, you actually have the address, but she just said it's just over the hill from Hines Road.
Okay. So
Those-
I'm gonna.
Southern directions.
I'm gonna give it the address to whoever and
Go to the big tree.
go to the right.
Nod on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put the address in GPS and we'll haul ass.
Oh.
How much ass are you hauling in this
Not
commando
enough to
van?
crash.
Not okay.
I was like, we got tech in the back.
No way driving there. I'm going to review the security cameras that I've recorded.
And you're, turning off a lot of roads that have either the word old or church in them.
Oh gosh.
Sometimes both.
Old church cemetery.
Old Church Cemetery, Creek Road.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But you make your way and you find a rundown trailer with some junk outside, a few car projects that never got finished or maybe even started. It's hard to tell, and the rust has started to take over. There's one vehicle, early 2000s pickup truck, starting to show some rust, but it looks like it's at least driven on a regular basis. Out here, the only sound you can hear are the animals in the forest and the wind rustling through the trees. And Brian, I'd say you'd be the one that would notice that one blind opens up just a little bit and you can see an eye looking through the window as you pulled in.
Somebody's in there, guys.
Well, I'm gonna try to
I hope
get
they hear.
I pointed
Get
to
out
the
of-
window. I seen that at.
okay calmly as possible. Don't want to scare anybody because we're people coming up on their property. Like put my hands up or something, like, hey, I'm not gonna hurt nobody. And just like slowly move up, but just kind of wait. Hopefully somebody comes out and I don't get shot.
As
Don't go up and knock on the door, I guess.
I'm gonna sit in the van.
all right. Well, as you're walking to go to the door, and Katie, as you're watching, Mallory, you're about 10 feet from the front porch when the door opens up. A man standing there in his late 30s, thick, dark beard, clean cut, but time to get it cleaned back up again. If that makes any sense, like he has a shorter, clean cut look, but he hasn't been to the barber shop in about a month or so, so it's starting to lose a little bit of that. He stands there wearing a flannel shirt and a pair of jeans. And you do notice that he does have a holster on his side, but he's not reaching for it just yet.
So that's why I said I was kind of walk up slowly.
So then I'm just gonna say, yeah. Are you Gary?
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm Mallory.
I'm
These are my
Kaite.
friends. We were just had some questions for you about your children.
Jenny and Tommy?
Do you aim to do something about it, or?
Yes.
We want to help you try to find them.
All right. Well, I have one other question, then I'll answer all of yours.
Okay.
Who, what, why? For what is the reason that you're wanting to
Okay.
help with them?
Um,
Well, we kind
Well-
of heard about it, and we've been, kind of in some sketchy situations here lately ourselves, and we want to try to help out.
All right. So all I ask, this isn't some publicity, social
No.
media, something trying to, because we've been through enough.
Trust me, we're trying to keep as quiet as we can about stuff too, because we know a lot of people, or some people, I should say, doesn't seem like they're trying to do much about the situation, trying to cover things up, and I don't like that. So
Tell me about it. Well,
I know the woods like the back of my hand. I hunt all the time, so I'm
another
really.
hunter. That's good to hear.
Oh, you hunt as well. It's awesome. But yeah,
Why else would you have a place this far out, closer to the woods? But look, I want to talk to you about hunting after we get done.
Okay, that's fine.
But just you.
Okay, that's fine.
So is it just the Micky? Where are you at?
I was right behind the ladies.
Okay. So is it just the three of you?
We've got a friend. He's good with tech. He's doing some technical things. He's good with like security and things like that.
All right. Well, come on in. And pull you up some couch.
I'm gonna. Can you see me, Brian? Can you see
Yeah,
us?
we're parked right
I'm
in front
gonna
of
be
the
like,
house.
come on in.
All right. I set my surveillance up, hit record, and walk away, and lock everything.
All right. And so you walk in. They have a quaint, but much cleaner than the outside of the house living room area. There's a couch, love seat, and recliner sitting around a table, all facing toward the television set on the wall. Heather is standing in the kitchen. You can look and see that she's been crying just before you got here, and she's still kind of cleaning herself up for company. These folks says that they can help with the kids. Be more help than what the damn sheriff did. So yeah. Can I get you anything to drink, eat? I've got Cokes. I can make some coffee.
No,
I'll just
you
take
can just.
water. No, if you don't mind.
No, thank you.
No thanks.
She brings
Yeah.
you.
Go ahead.
She brings you your water.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, which everybody's got the reason to be, but we have heard just too much. Children and kids going missing, and we just had nothing. Like I said, I know the woods really good, and are y'all familiar with the folklore here?
We are now. We are now. He says. We've heard enough of it in the last few days, but
Well, that's what we're trying to get to the bottom of. We're wanting to see exactly what the point is of it. I mean, everybody else can share it, you know. But yeah, like I said, I'm actually a college student. I'm majoring in history, um, medieval history, any type of history. So this has got my attention really heavy, and it's something that I'd like to learn from and see if we can do anything to help on my end. And like I said, I'm good in the woods.
Yeah,
The only thing.
yeah. Whenever they was introducing themselves, Katie told me that she likes to hunt as well. So maybe they can help us. Maybe they can. And she looks at you, she goes, "Those kids play. If they're not at the library, they're in them woods every night. There's no way they got lost."
Well, we each got a special thing to bring. I mean, everybody else can kind of. I'll let you all. I'm Katie, and I'll let you all kind of put in what you're like, what you want to do. How you want to help and stuff too. So y'all can introduce yourselves.
I just want to try to help in any way I can. Whatever, we're gonna go out there and hopefully find them.
I asked to see their bedroom. Can I go back to the bedroom and look around for any clues or anything that might help our investigation?
Can we see the kid's bedroom?
I guess that'll be fine. It's just down that hallway there.
How old were the kids?
Yeah,
that's funny.
7 and 9.
Oh Lord! And how long have they been actually missing? We don't get all that information. We just.
It was just since yesterday that there was those other kids. I don't know them. I think that their parents homeschooled them or something. The kids didn't know them either.
Who were they? What were their names? Do you know?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Do you know about how old they were?
They were about the same age. That's why we asked Tommy and Jenny if they knew them, but they said they didn't. If you'd asked me 2 days ago, I'd known it, but yesterday changed everything.
Can you remember what they were wearing when you seen them?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're getting full in depth with this one. We're doing.
And if you have a recent picture of them as well, that would help.
Yeah. Just a second. Let me go ahead and we got some pictures right here.
Okay.
Oh.
Jenny's 9.
Oh.
Tommy's 7.
Oh. Well, we're hoping to bring them sweet babies.
So what got them on the idea of going on the big witch hunt?
Something they heard down at the library or heard, I don't know. They must have been, maybe I got them thinking about it, asking about them other kids, and they just started, that's how they are. They get their mindset to something, they don't let it go.
It's kind of like the story of Hansel and Gretel, it sounds
I want to go look around the room, see if I notice anything.
All right, give me a, bear with me here, new system. Give me a wits and investigation.
Do I have to do investigation first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then use the drop down to make it wits. You thoroughly search through the room and you can't find anything to give you really clues, and you're just about to give up when you look under the desk that you would assume that they share for doing homework on, because there's two beds in the room but with one desk. And there's a library book in there. Folklore of Alabama.
Uh,
You want
When-
to take the book?
yeah.
When you guys wrap up, I'll show you the quickest way to get down there.
When was the
Sir,
last time you
computer.
talked to Officer Mike?
Well, that would have been yesterday, and he told us kids go missing. We'll put some teams out to look for them, but
They never did.
It ain't nothing to worry about. He's had his deputy out here shining a flashlight in the woods, but nothing useful.
You all tried to get like a search team together or anything?
We're still trying to figure it out. That's the thing. Something like this happens, and these people. I say these people, me too. We're a superstitious lot. We don't try to go messing with demons and witches and ghosts or whatever it may be. Now, I kind of hope it is that other than human, because people, they can be the real monsters. That's what
That's
scares me the most.
Well, we can hurt humans. The other things, that's a little bit more difficult, but like we can go and check it out. That's what we're going to go do. I've gotten. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you were to set off to look for this witch, where would you start?
I can show you the quickest way to get there. If you guys want to come out here with me,
Okay, if we take this book?
I wouldn't see why not. Just make sure you return it, because I don't have the money for them late fees.
Yeah, I want to actually look at the library card and verify the date that it was checked out and stuff.
Yesterday.
All right.
Or no, sorry. Day before yesterday.
Okay.
That was my bad. Yesterday was when they went missing. They got the book the day before.
All right. So I'm gonna step outside with him. So raise up.
Should we follow you in vehicles?
You'll have to go back down the hill to get there. Quite honestly, I'd say you probably have as good an idea as I. Are we outside?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say you probably have a good an idea to get there as I do. I just needed to. I didn't want to worry Heather any more than I had to.
I understand that completely.
I had to bite the hell out of my tongue a few times in there to not say more, but a few months ago, I was out on the hunt looking for some coyotes. Their number had gotten a little big, and there was a special season on it, so I took advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting up there and I was waiting. I swear to you, I may have had a drink or two, but that was it. I was still in my right mind. And I saw this giant dog wrapped in fire out there in them woods. And I've heard the stories. The witch, the hellhounds, the caves. I know that cave. I never realized it before, but I always gave it a wide berth when I walked by.
If your children's read that book, then that might have been where they've headed to. One of those two places. Yeah, like I said, I've gotten some information on some of that.
So, out here, just amongst us, are these the kinds of things that you folks specialize in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
this is what. Yeah,
I had a feeling. I don't know why, but I did. I had a feeling. That's why I opened up and told you everything I could. I ain't got much to pay you, but if you can get them kids back, we'll.
You don't owe us nothing. I
It's
don't
not the
want
pay
any.
we want. I want to give
No,
you some contact information, and if you hear anything else, of course, get back with us.
I
Anything
don't.
new?
I don't trust. Like I said, from what I've heard about the sheriff, I don't. No, there's something not right about him either. From what we've all gathered. So, um, anything that you can come up with, and like we can give numbers or whatever.
Everybody exchanges information. He gives you.
Because
What was
I
his
would
name
rather
again?
That
his
is
name's
Gary.
Gary.
Gary. Okay.
Harry Wilson. Just keep it between us about, because like I said, I mean, I'm sure everybody's, like you said, everybody's heard the legends, but if anything else pops up, I mean, we'll let you know. We'll be looking the best we can and everything, keep you informed, but just keep us, in the loop. Don't let nobody know that we're out doing this. Because last thing we need is the sheriff on our onions trying to get this done.
Understood.
But yeah, we'll wish for the best.
Well, I'll leave you. I'll leave you into it.
Okay.
Roll out.
And he walks back inside.
Oh, these poor people. I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but I don't
Alright.
know. It looks good.
So are we going to head to the cave, or
Yeah.
I
I mean, unless you guys need anything else, I'd say let's go.
I think how close is it to dark?
Head math here. 3, 4. About 3 hours before dark.
Okay, so we need to go check out all these places before it gets dark to see what we're working with, because I don't want to be out here without knowledge of what's around when it gets dark.
So we know the cave's down the hill behind the cabin. Where's the lake of blood at?
So from everything that you've pieced together thus far, it is before you get to as you're entering onto the property.
Okay.
There's a water flow on both sides of the road that leads into a lake that people have claimed to see blood on. Now, will you see it here? Maybe not, because most people just see water, but it has been reported. Now the cabin is no longer standing; it's burnt
Right.
down.
All right, let's make our way to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So are you going in order? I guess, and going to the lake first.
Yeah, we'll go by the lake first.
All right. So you make your way down one windy road and back onto another. The road seems almost too small for two vehicles coming in opposite directions. And as you push further down, it starts to feel too small for one vehicle. We all know the type.
Mm-hmm.
The trees get closer and closer to the road with each eighth of a mile that you travel. And now who's driving?
I guess I am still.
Yeah.
Give me a wits and awareness roll.
Wits and awareness. Mm-hmm. Okay, when I do this, I don't have any awareness, but do I still click it first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Wow.
All right, you're on it. There is just before, and you see the bridge first, and it kind of takes your attention off of the road as it kind of comes up the hill just a little bit, and you see it. And as you're getting ready to say, there it is, you notice that a tree has fallen just before the bridge, and you slam the brakes, and everybody is jutted forward, but you're able to see it just in time before you run over it.
Holy
Damn.
shit, that was close.
I guess we're
There.
gonna be tracking it on foot.
We got a way we can drag this thing out of the way, or are we walking?
I can try to help you drag it out of there.
How big is it?
Estimating it'd be about 7 foot wide or 7 foot long, pretty wide, probably about 450 pounds. If you can team carry this, but not one of you is dragging it out by yourself.
I guess we'll
I'll
get out
help.
there. Yeah, I'll get out and help. Strength and dex.
With all four of you doing it, there's no need for a roll.
Okay.
We're lumberjacks.
Essentially, you're having to lift 100 pounds, and I think all of you can do that.
Okay.
It's not fun for some of you. Others, whatever. Here's looking at you, Micky.
Whatever.
But you're able to move it and toss it to the side of the road. And as you do, you look forward, and there's grass growing up around the sides of it. And then on the other embankment, everything looks dead. But there is a lake or a pond.
I want to walk up to it and look at it.
Yeah. At this point, we'll walk because if it's that close to us.
So, does anybody have any edges that would possibly be useful here?
I have
Someone-
detection.
All right. What does your detection look like? Is it something you feel, see, use like a device?
I think I can feel or see. I don't know for sure about the feel, but I haven't read it in a while. But it just says I can detect, like ghosts and stuff like that.
All right.
Actually, I think it might have been
If I remember correctly, didn't you have a artifact as well?
A necklace, yeah.
And then I have sense unnatural. And I can do it within a city block.
I
Oh.
don't know if that was right or not, but
Yeah. You begin feeling the necklace tightening around your neck as you get closer to the water. It gets tighter and tighter.
so I put my hand on it. I know it's a sign, so I want to tell everyone to be careful. We're not alone.
And you
I
look
get my
down,
gun ready.
and the water for a brief second takes a blood red hue and then fades away.
Holy shit, you guys see that?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm going back to the van. I'm strapping on my shotgun and getting the flamethrower.
All right, so you now have a flamethrower on you.
Just for, you never know,
I still got my piece of wood.
So what are we doing?
Let's move on down the road towards the cabin.
Okay.
Now, can we get the vehicle on down there
Yeah,
or no?
towards the cave. Huh?
Can we get the vehicle on down through there or no?
From the maps you've seen, the cave is off the road too. You might could get it closer,
We can
but
just
you're going to
go
have
for it.
to hike some of the way.
We'll just hike on.
Brian,
want-
can you, if we pull up any closer, can you turn your cameras on and see if we pick up anything while we're like going towards the?
Yes, my van has surveillance mode on it. It'll record anything that goes on around.
Okay. Does it have like any type of detection, like a noise that will go off if something gets too close or something like that, possibly?
If
That
this
we
is
can-
a vampire, there is some things on the roof that'll help us with that. It'll detect anything that's moving that is cold-blooded.
Okay, that works. What about a hellhound? It's not really what you call cold-blooded, but
No, we'll just have to. We'll pull it closer and see what we can do. See how close we can get to it.
okay.
All right, so who's taking the lead here as far as like trying to find the cave?
Maybe
I
the
will.
person with the flamethrower.
Which, like I said, I'm like,
Which this is combination of like shotgun driving plus finding your way down there. But I'll need a wits and survival from you.
from who?
You.
Me.
Flamethrower lady.
Thank God I got some survival at least.
Hey, we're rolling dice that have 2 attributes on them.
What? Yeah, I do pretty good.
All right, and you go about a quarter mile up the road from the lake, and off in the distance you can spot the cave. And just because it's fun and I can do it, there you go.
Wow.
That is the real life cave from Hines Road.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I would walk into that in real life.
I would too.
Okay. So I'm going to go up close to the entrance, but I'm going to wait till everybody can get, around before we go in. And, just be on guard and ready. I'm waiting on everybody else to come up first before I. Now, are they with me? Are y'all close to me? Or did everybody get in the van?
Yeah, I'm right on your 6.
All right. So we'll wait until Brian gets up closer with the van, as close as he can possibly get, so we can get as much surveillance in on the situation too, in case if we go in. Did anybody bring the flashlight?
Yeah,
Wait,
I have a flashlight, I do believe.
Yeah, I think we established that everybody's got flashlights.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, yeah, okay. And that way we can, Now, at this point, can my shotgun have like a night vision scope on it? Just for...
Yeah, I mean, that's something you can buy and you have resources, so.
Okay. I want to
That's
make
fine.
sure, because I can look through it and like kind of edge my way, like best way I can have the light and then have the shotgun up so I can see the night, be able to see through there.
Now, I won't be able to recreate that for you. You'll just have to use theory of the mind for that. But
Okay.
so are we all going into the cave?
Yeah, do I need to roll anything
Yeah.
to get the van up there?
No, it's not. But if you guys would mind to have a brief moment of conversation so that everybody will be here whenever I load this.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of going to say too, on my 9mm and my flashlight, I changed my flashlight bulb out with UV light.
UV.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to be able to pick up like night vision if we get so far in there, like we can still see, unless I see like red glowing eyes, and that'd be tripping. But just shoot first, that's questions later. But I do have that and the flamethrower. Oh God! So how am I gonna carry? I guess the flamethrower is gonna be like across my shoulder, harnessed in or something to the back.
Yeah, usually it's like a backpack.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get my backpack and grab some extra clips out of the van for my pistol, toss them in there, and I'm going to catch up to the gang after I park the van and set it in surveillance mode.
I want to look around the entrance of the cave to see if I see any clues.
Yes, if we see anything like that kids would be carrying, maybe left, or shoes.
Yeah.
Usually with my phone so that I can get any motion detection of things around it.
All right, and you enter into the cave. Everybody's ready to go. As you walk in, you see a set of bloody footprints leading down through the cave. And then ahead of you, you can see about a 10-foot drop. The footprints still carrying on into the darkness.
Oh, I see 'em.
And it's a slight bit early, but it would be a whole lot late if it wasn't. That's where we're going to take a break for the evening.
Oh man.
And we'll prepare for the second half.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Break me
Break
off.
me off a piece of that.
Kit
Bar.
Kat bar.
All right. So that's all. That's everything set. We'll be
Well,
going to break in just a moment. Stick around and see what happens inside these here caves. back. How's everybody doing?
Worried about
ready,
it.
Ready to
ready
go?
for spelunking.
I was literally getting ready to say that.
Oh yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to keep a constant look on the chat log there to make sure that it's still visible in the screen because I didn't test it with a full dice roll. But we'll be good. And for anyone who is curious, no, there are no rules in Hunter the Reckoning for using a map. We're figuring this out as we go. Because we thought, especially something like this, and these locations where you're diving in looking for information, I can describe
Yeah.
it, but seeing it, feeling it, getting all of that, it changes things. So what we'll do is people will just tell me what your intentions are, and then you can move your character accordingly. Kind of going back to where we were here, as you can see the bloody footprints leading down the hallway into the darkness, and then there's about a 10-foot cliff in front of you, and some of you can see just a little bit ahead that there's another one following that.
Everybody's lights on.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
lights are on.
Shall we move forward?
Yeah,
Follow
but
these
don't get too
footsteps.
close.
All right, who's going first?
Kim
I'm
was
in-
in the
I'm
lead. I was
I'm
right
already-
behind her.
All right, Katie, do you wish to maneuver down?
Well, you said it's a 10-foot, right?
Yeah, it'll be dexterity and athletics unless you have something that you want to do other than just trying to scoot off and land.
I'm gonna come up here to the side. Maybe it's a little bit short of a drop. I guess I'm gonna look and kind of see if there's anything around, maybe rocks or anything that we can, or something, a way to get down there
You want me
easier.
to? You want me to hop off first and help you down?
I'm gonna try this the smart way. I'm gonna look and see if there's like a side or something that we can, like maneuver down a little bit easier to get down there, or if we have to jump. Does
I
that make
mean,
sense?
there might be somewhere where it's 9.5 foot, but there's nothing substantial.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
going to see
slide
which
off
one
the
of you
side.
makes it first, and then I'm
not
going to go
gonna
where
jump.
you went.
I'm just gonna
Okay,
slide
go
off the
ahead.
side.
I'll let you go first. If you leave, then I'll come.
Yeah.
Okay, here goes. Watch.
Who doesn't die, I'll be
Oh.
there.
Roll dex and, roll dex and
Okay.
athletics before you do that.
Oh,
Aw.
before. Okay.
Mhm.
Almost as cool. Let's do it.
That's a pretty good roll. That's a pretty good roll. You can do it.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Oh, I did it wrong, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
my!
You've done dex and strength again.
There we go.
Yeah, you got hit athletics first, don't you?
Yeah.
I did, but it didn't have dex in the drop down.
Did I make it?
Yes.
Sometimes you got to click skills.
Let me try it again.
And as you go down there and you hit the ground, you look and you can see chains hanging from the walls. And the air around you starts to get cold as if something pulled the warmth from the walls.
What the hell? Okay, quick question, y'all. How are we gonna get back up out of here?
All right.
Climb on
Yep.
each other's
Let's-
shoulders.
Let's ride one of those warm dogs out.
You watch Human Centipede? We'll have to do that, I guess.
Oh my god!
I'm not doing that.
We'll just climb.
I am not putting my mouth on your ass. Sorry.
I'm in the front. I
Alright.
called it.
All right.
Yeah, but
Everybody,
Think of the perks.
everybody roll 1d10 and add your dex and wit score to it.
All right.
Okay, it's not letting me put it in here.
No, just bracket, 1d10, bracket.
I mean, I can't put anything in the thing. That's what I'm saying.
So add. So like, if whatever my dex is and my wits, I would add that together and add that to the dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is kind of a holdover from other editions whenever just initiative is needed.
It's
So
not
like
letting me.
5d10.
No,
that what you're meaning?
no.
Oh, okay.
1d10 and then add that number.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, so Dex and what?
No,
Wits.
just 1d.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I don't have access to the thing to put that number in.
So mine would be a 14.
Click
It's
on
a
the
D10 and then bracket, or bracket,
Yep.
bracket, D10.
click on the chat log.
I am.
13. 13 for me, I think. Let me double
And
count.
it's not letting me put anything down on the big thing. That's the thing.
Do you have a dice nearby that you can use?
No. I can go
Okay.
get one.
So anyway, Mallory, what is your initiative score?
It'd be 14. It was a 5. 5 is my wits and dex together. So 14
All right.
with my roll.
Mickey?
13.
Brian, you rolled yet?
Getting her typed in. What's bracket, D10? 7 minus bracket.
Bracket.
Is there a dash or anything between the 10 and the dice we roll?
Just 1d10.
Bracket, bracket, 1d10, bracket, bracket.
I can roll for you, Katie, if you can't do it.
Yeah, you'll have to because it won't even let me click into anything over there on the chat at all. You said that was Dex and what? And I can give you my numbers.
9. Dex and wits.
So we tied. Oh. Wait, maybe not.
Dex is 3. My wits 3, 6.
So
Two
15.
people.
Do it. Did something.
You rolled your Dex and wits, and you typed in
70.
7d10 instead of 1d10. And you got a weird symbol in front of it instead of a bracket.
I don't know what that is.
I got you.
All right.
Well, Mallory's got you, or Katie's got you apparently. But
All
so,
right.
what's your Dex and wits?
My dex is 2, wits are 3.
All right.
Why they type that in like that?
All right. So, Katie, you see these two dogs materialize out of the air with this red light of. It's not actually flames, but you see why people say they see flames when they see them. What do you do?
Katie, I can help lift you out of here if you're wanting to.
Well, I'm not going to leave you down here.
Well, maybe you guys can help pull me up, or I'll just fight these things off myself.
No, I'm not leaving you down here. I am going to. I don't know if a flamethrower would really be efficient on hellhounds.
Can I shoot that thing from up here, Dave?
Yeah. That's only a 10, 20-foot shot. Because a 10-foot.
So
And you got high ground, so.
I'm going to try to use my my shotgun and try aiming for just the closest place I can possibly hit on with my scope.
All right, so that'll be a contested dexterity and firearms to their brawl and strength.
Firearms versus dex. Oh, Jesus. Okay, and then I get is that plus? That's only for aggro. Oh God.
As it lunges for you and its teeth sink into your arm as you're pulling up the shotgun, taking 2 points of superficial damage.
Okay.
Save us, Malory.
Well, Malory, you can only see one from where you were at. But you see it latch out and latch onto Katie's arm.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see?
Yep, and it's your
Okay.
turn.
So then I want to go over and get closer. Is that okay? Like get over closer to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't even target it. That's wow.
You don't have to. It's not.
Okay.
So I see it there. And I want to take my 9mm and try to shoot at it
All right.
from up here.
All right. That will be Dex and Firearms.
The high ground, does that help?
Yeah, +1.
Okay. On my modifier then.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So you got 1 success. The firearm itself does 2 extra damage. All right. And you put a shot into it, but it seems like it jerked from the shot as it came into it, but it didn't even let go of Katie's arm as that happened. Which leads us to Micky. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my handgun and shoot for the one that's biting onto Katie.
All right.
So, Dex and Firearms.
Correct.
We'll do firearms first. Yeah.
Okay.
And you tie, which means you don't get anything else, but you do actually get the shot makes contact. All right, and Brian, you see all this as it's going on?
I'm going to pop around. +1 to the modifier, right?
Yep. Three. And he, as you guys have focused him, it's hard for him to see where the attacks are coming from. They're coming from all directions.
Frenzy.
All right, so
Oh.
all right.
Ooh.
Right, Hellhound, roll them zeros.
Yeah.
What happens?
Mm-hmm.
You got him.
So is Katie like bleeding out or anything like that?
There's some superficial cuts on her arm, but
Get her wrapped up.
there's still another one there, and it's
Okay.
lunging at you.
Oh, okay.
Since this is still the same turn, you can use your athletics and dexterity as a defensive. You don't have another attack, and you'll
Okay.
beat up -2 because you did attack.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Do I have to put the -2 in?
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Normally, yes, but
Not
this time,
necessary.
this time
Not necessary.
I'll let you even pick which 2 dice you want to take out of that.
I want to take out the first one and last one.
Can you spend your willpower on this
You're
and
too
get like
kind.
a. You can't.
That is a thing.
I didn't even think
Some-
about that, or I would have done that. Shit.
You can spend a willpower and re-roll 3 dice.
I wished I'd thought about that.
Yeah, let's do it.
I just now thought
What
about
else
it.
we're gonna do with that willpower other than survive? So let's hit that. Which just bracket?
Yeah, there's a command. I'm going to look it up, but I don't know it right off the top of my head.
Okay. 3. Is it D10s, I guess. Oh,
Yeah.
come on, dice. Do it for me.
All right, so you got 2 successes, which caused it to be a tie, which means you only take 1 point of
Take one.
superficial damage, the slash.
Right.
Bracket number DH. And that'll actually roll 100 dice instead of the D10s.
Oh, so DH instead of D10.
See, we're learning Hunter and Foundry all
Yeah.
at the same time. All right, so that brings us back to the top of the order. Much as you saw, or as you saw Micky come to your aid when you were getting bit, you now see the other one has gotten onto him, but it's not it's more in his clothing, but there's a little bit of scratches coming through.
Okay, so at this point, I'm putting the shotgun, bringing out the flamethrower, and I'm going to. Can I move?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to get. I want to get within distance, but not like. And I am going to flamethrow the bitch.
All right, strengthen firearms.
And don't forget willpower if you need it.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I'm like, why in the heck didn't I think of that previously?
Glad you did finally think of
Are
it.
you
though.
serious? Are you serious?
Well, now's your
I
time.
want to temporary willpower. Can I reroll that again?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
shit.
Oh my god.
You might want to think
might
about
wanna
saving
not
your willpower.
saving your willpower because if you're only rolling 3 dice, you can't beat 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll save it.
Technically,
Is it gonna hurt?
technically you can.
Oh,
You get 2 10s and a success.
oh
and you would-
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god, that would be hard though.
I don't think I could beat a 6 though, is the problem. You know?
Yeah, it would be a slim chance.
It's very slim.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it.
All right. So now that wasn't its attack. It was using that to dodge the flames as they came in.
Okay.
So fortunately, the critical success was on a dodge, not on an attack. So
Okay, that's good.
there's that. All right.
All right.
Mallory, it's your turn.
If you guys jump
Yeah.
down here, they'll stop biting us as much.
Since I'm up here, I'm once again gonna try to shoot it.
All right.
So it's firearms and dex.
And a modifier.
And 1 modifier.
Yeah, +1.
You know, I didn't use any modifiers, which I didn't know if I needed to.
I don't
anyway.
think we have one.
No, that's just where they got high ground.
Yeah.
Oh, we tied.
It is a tie, so you do the damage from the gun. So
Mm.
you managed to get a grazing shot at it, and it kind of, as it was moving away from the flames of the flamethrower, just came right into enough range that it grazed across its shoulder. Otherwise, it would have been a miss. It was that close. Micky.
I'm gonna go for another shot.
All right, and it's going to continue trying to bite you.
You stay away, son of a bitch. Suck on that. Suck on some
Oh,
lead. Suck my
God.
lead. Yeah.
Oh,
I beat it hard.
Well, you beat it by 1, but you beat a crazy good roll.
Yeah, that's hard.
yeah.
Man.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. You're using a shotgun?
No handgun.
Handgun? Okay. And I will say, because you beat it in combat, that knocked it back off of you. And it stumbles back just a little bit. And next up is Brian.
Alrighty. Let me do El Blasto here. Come on, damn thing. Fire one.
I totally just like zoned out and forgot that.
And Rowan's the.
Did you add a +1 to yours, Brian?
I put a 1 in the modifier, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that.
Super Blasto.
And it's just. Fangs are bared. It did not like that.
Uh-oh.
And that brings us back to the top of the order with Kaite.
Okay, so Katie's a little bit more alert now, let's just say. Okay, my system's froze. I can't move or anything. You want me to just reload it?
Well, yeah, well, tell me what you're doing first, and probably by the time it gets done reloading, it'll be good to go.
I was going to come on up closer to the edge of this one and see if I can, because I can't see where it went. I can't move my map or anything. So, yeah.
You should be able to see it.
Yeah, you're like 1 square away from it.
No, it's jumped down off the edge.
Oh, I haven't seen that then.
Okay, I'm going to reload real fast and hopefully it doesn't. Okay, I need my sheet back because that's about it. Okay. So let me move. No.
Oh, I see now.
All right. Let me. Okay, it's trying to reload, but the whole computer's like froze. Can you all still hear me?
Yeah.
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 Okay, it's slowly loading back up. Okay. All right, let's see if it'll let me do now. Okay, yeah, okay, I got back here. So I'm going to pop over here close to the edge, and I'm going to try to shoot with my shotgun again. And do that to try to get a shot at it before we try to go back down. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So firearms. And Dex. Oh my God.
Hey, you should have a modifier now, I think.
Yep, you'll have
Yeah.
+1.
It's not letting me put modifiers in. So we'll just have to add one to it. Oh my gosh. So
It,
I don't know. I can
as
add the
as you shoot, it jumps around the corner.
Oh, shit thing's trickery. All right.
It's trying
So
to
now-
lead us. It's trying to lead us to our doom.
What I'm trying to figure out is how we're going to get back out of here.
Hey, I'll holler down there and I say, can you hand up some of that chain? We're going to make like a climbing apparatus out of it.
Okay.
Good idea. I'll say that gives you free movement. Like you have to take the time at each one of these to set it up, and then whoever's the last one isn't going to be able to use it. But
All right. So, Micky, do you want to help see if we can throw this up to him?
Yep.
All right.
or alternately, if you want to leave them here and stake them in, you can do that. But you wouldn't be able to take the chains with you. But everybody'd be able to use them then. So that's your call which way you want to do that.
What do y'all think?
Let's stake it in
Yeah, I'd stake it in. That way we could use it as we need to.
because we have another one we can take with us, huh?
Okay, so I guess we'll try working on getting that.
If we can break it off.
Yeah. Well, if you use it at both points, then you can move freely through this area.
Okay. Why don't we use? Okay, so the one that's over to the left here. Why don't we use it to put up to go up toward the top, and the one that's on the right, we use it to get back up from the next level down. So we have a chain that goes down to the next cliff from the right side, and from the left side we'll put it up to the top layer, and that way we have one to get up that one and then one to get back up from the bottom.
Yeah, sounds good. So no need to roll for that or do anything. You can just go ahead and move down there if you wish.
And that way we have exit strategies for both cliffs, from one up and then another one up to get out. Okay. All right. So I guess we're going to try using the chains to get down to the next level.
Yeah.
We can do it freely. So.
And as you get down here to this bottom level, once everybody gets down there, you can see the...
Am I down there or is it stuck up again?
Oh, you're good. You can see the path continues on with
Another
a fork in the road.
It's not letting me. Or I'm not sitting on my end. I'm froze up again. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there it goes. Okay.
All right, may I please continue?
Is my flashlight on?
Which I can see. Yeah.
Huh.
There's just so many flashlights here that it's all kind of
Muddled together.
Yeah. So the pathway forks off into two paths. The bloody footprints that you saw previously are heading up toward the left-hand path.
Okay. So I guess we'll go to the left.
All right. Continue down the hallway if you would like.
Yeah, I'm not going too far until... Oh, my God.
And remember, you can rotate yourself to shine your flashlight.
I'm really wondering what's to the right.
Well, I'm more worried about... Oh, wow.
And you're kind of turning and looking. And off in the
God?
distance, Malory, you see a glowing, inverted pentacle with energies coming off of it in red glowing lights. And the bloody footprints stop.
Guys,
Okay. So there's something really weird up here.
What? Holy shit.
And some tentacles.
Oh, that's just an energy animation.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Not tentacles. We haven't gone there yet. We might. We might before it's all said and done, but not yet.
Oh, don't say that, Jesus.
Okay, so I want to kind of
Mickey,
look around.
give me
I
a willpower
guess.
roll.
Oh,
What the hell, dude?
because he's standing right in the middle.
As you walk into it, you feel your whole body getting weak. And you start to tumble over, but you catch yourself by your knees. And you all are seeing this. And he pushes himself back up and grits his teeth.
Oh,
Get
what
him out
the
of there.
hell?
What's wrong?
Don't get in the circle. Oh, they just sucked the life out of me.
You all right?
Yeah, I think I'll be fine unless I'm fucking possessed now or something.
I mean, it just sucked your energy, basically.
Yeah.
Now I need you to give me a wits and investigation roll.
Gonna ask if we could do something
Okay.
like that.
Well, this is specifically for Mickey at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on back. Oh, damn.
Oh man.
Oh
I
no.
think we've been robbed.
All right.
Um,
All right. I do apologize for this. This will be super quick. Don't go anywhere unless you really have to. Don't listen to me. I'm not going to be responsible if like bodily harm from holding in biological functions. If you
No,
need to go
fuck
somewhere,
that.
go somewhere.
Don't go anywhere.
But you might miss something if you go somewhere.
I
That's
don't
all I'm
care if there's a
saying.
house fire. You better stay.
You better stay right where you're at.
But we will be right back. We're just having a few tech issues, new stuff that we're trying out. Want to line it out. We'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. We've got it more or less worked out. More or
Yeah.
less than more, but. So, quick recap for what was just happening a few minutes ago, but Micky just stepped into the circle and began to feel drained and rushed out in a burst of the last energy that he had in his body. And the rest of you are standing there trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm going to check on him. Just kind of, okay, dude?
Man, I feel like I'll be okay, but that really took it out of me.
So, do you see anything around there?
Yeah. I saw you say guys are going to do an investigation.
Yes, go ahead.
So, investigation.
Wits or
and
intelligence,
wits.
Dave?
It's intelligent.
Wits and investigation.
Wits
Dang
and
it.
investigation.
All right.
All right. Okay, let me catch up here.
That shit's fire.
All right, so Brian, you got enough successes. You noticed that as Micky was having the moment in the circle, there was a shimmer of light that came through the wall for just a second.
Which wall?
To the back right.
Hey, guys, when he stepped in there was a light coming from the back right of that wall over there.
Are you all seeing my character?
Yeah.
Do you see
So,
a big yellow square around me?
Yes, that's because you drew a template instead of using the select actor button.
so should we go back there and check that wall out?
Is there any way to get around that on the ground to get back to that wall?
It covers the majority of the entrance.
Oh, so we can't like get back there without stepping into that circle.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way of, I don't know, either running through it or stopping the circle or destroying it?
Or maybe we should just turn around and go the other way.
There is another way.
Yeah.
I will show you the way.
I was going to ask if she got a scope that she could maybe use the magnifying glass to look against that wall through her scope on her gun.
Yeah, I'd say we give her a +2 bonus if.
Scope it out.
Okay.
Yeah, scope that wall, see what you could see.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do this, but I can't change my thing on my. So let's try here.
You had +2 to the modifier.
Yeah, do you want to move to where you can get a better look at it?
I can't move.
That's why I asked you.
Yes.
And you'll see where I'm at is where that light came through.
Okay, so we're all right. And yeah, I can look. Let me pull up my sheet here. All right, so I'm going to use my firearms. And what was it?
It'll still be wits and investigation,
Okay.
but you just add a +2 from. I don't know if it'll let you type or not. I'm not sure what's causing that.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything as far as.
All right, you don't see anything happening at this
I
time.
can add +2 to it, so I don't know.
Google it.
Okay. Then roll 2d10.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2DH.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think that works on Google. That's just on here.
That would be cool.
No, like I went back there and looked at it. It won't let her type anything in there for some reason, even after refreshing.
It's giving me a total of 15.
What were the individual dice?
It's a 9.
So the 2 more successes, that's 3.
Okay.
And that does change things. You still don't see anything happening because there's not anything, but you can see that there is particles of dust moving through the air in that corner where something has moved.
Okay, so I'm going to relay this information to everyone. That there's some dust that's been moved around that area.
I'm going
Now,
to train my gun and shoot over there. The way she pointed.
All right. I'm not going to make you roll for it because you're not going to be able to do significant damage to thick concrete thick stone walls. But you do know that won't work
Once I tried it.
Yeah, no. But you do see more of the dust getting kicked up, and everybody's ears are ringing.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna
What?
I have some goggles that I keep on top of my head usually, like sunglasses. I'm just gonna come pull them down. Like,
Now,
dust. This can't
I'm
be
gonna-
good.
Ask, is there any way we can get around that pentagram? Like get around it? There's little areas right here. Can we squeeze around it in any way?
Can I try to just run through it?
Oh wait,
You have
there's
to run through the circle.
I know.
no another exit out that way. Okay, never mind.
We can't get through.
You
And
can
there's a stone wall.
you can attempt some dex and athletics because there's a little bit of room there,
All
but
right.
it's going to be high difficulty.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
what's over there? I mean,
Yeah, I know. So let's just turn around and go
yeah,
the other
let's
way
just
then.
turn around and go
So,
the other way.
I mean, it's either get past this or go the other
yeah,
way.
let's go the other way. Unless anybody else wants to try. I mean, if you do, I not want to be the one to
This
stop
is
you.
not my forte. Punching on computers is my forte.
I'm not seeing anything else outside of that area, so that's what I'm saying.
Is it okay to go ahead and go
Yeah.
on back?
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, that was my
No,
bad.
it's okay.
I can't move.
Guys, there's a lot of blood down here.
Okay, let's stop you.
Hang on, bear with me a second. I'm trying
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
Yeah, stop
I'll back
here.
up.
Stay right there.
Yeah.
All right. In the upper left-hand corner of your screen, there is an icon of a person. If you click on that, and then you click on the square, that will then allow you to select your icon and move them. Now, I can move you down here with the group if you need me to. Is that what you want to do?
The temp token movement collides with at least one wall. Okay, so hold on. It's let me. There we go. Did I get there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
got
there.
you. So as you
Okay.
come around this corner, you can see a large pool of blood. And does anybody want to make me an intelligence and survival roll? This will be high
I will.
difficulty, so
I've got pretty good intel.
Like, can more than one of us?
yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Intelligence and survival.
Yeah, I will say if it's less
So
than a
click on
five,
survival first.
if it's less than a 5 dice pool, I probably wouldn't bother with it. But
Okay.
Okay.
I shouldn't do it.
I don't know if mine was right. Was mine
Oh.
exactly 5?
oh,
Dang.
Okay. It's freezing up. I can't even click my thing to roll. Okay. Okay, hold on.
Go.
all right.
You did it.
I can't click on.
No,
You did
Huh?
it.
you did it.
Oh,
You rolled and
You're done.
succeeded.
Yeah.
it's slow. I can't tell if it's doing anything or not.
So both of you kind of are going through your spatial reasoning and survival skills. This would make sense to follow the path that the pond of blood, would reach into another river at the other bank and come this way.
Huh.
And here it is pure blood. And does anyone want to come closer and take more of a look at it?
I do.
Yeah.
I will if I can get over there.
All right. Well, I mean,
Ah, shit.
as you get closer, you can see skulls, slightly smaller than full-grown adults, floating in the pool.
2 of them.
Several of them.
Oh. Damn.
See a whole pile over here.
Damn. Well, I think we found some of the kids from around here that's been going missing.
And I guess this would make sense as to why, like the whole tale that we've just heard, like she bathes in the children's blood.
Oh. You want to? Can I investigate to see if I see any identifiers for Jenny and Tommy?
You don't have to roll
Okay.
for that because these are pure bone. Now, you can go ahead and give me an intelligence investigation if you want to see if there's any other information that you can. But there's nothing that would signify one skull from another because there's no clothing, no hair. It's pure bone. So you can't tell a whole lot about the skulls that are in there, but you do notice that most of them show signs of time decay as they've set in the liquid and eroded. Most of these are not fresh, giving you still some hope for
So
and
they
Tommy.
look like
So they could still be alive.
Yeah.
yeah, they look like maybe skulls or bones from the last time the witch was doing this 30 years ago.
Possibly.
Well, if it's skulls and bones, that means a lot of decay's already happened, I guess.
I was going to
So,
ask, is
yeah,
the blood over there
probably.
by that thing in the corner, is that anything of significance?
That's just artistic.
That-
Okay.
That's some skulls, is what it looks like.
It is skulls.
Yeah.
Okay, can we make our way through to that tunnel maybe?
You could.
Do we want to get in it? I mean, or maybe try to walk around the edge here and see if there's anything over here, because I can't see nothing.
Yeah, I
Well-
was just wanting to investigate and go further if that's what we could do.
I can tell you my answer. If you make it, I'll go.
Okay.
All right. Now, I mean, like, that's the thing. It's kind of pulled up here. So the edge, you can get your boots bloody and that's no issue. But if you want to try to stick to the edge and not do that, then there's potential of you losing balance. And
Falling in.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll still try it.
All right. Give me a Dex and Athletics roll.
Okay.
Or actually,
Yeah.
because I want to be true to the scale and everything as it is, on the left-hand side of this, like as you are facing in, you can walk there.
Oh, okay.
I'll pay
Let's
more
see
attention.
behind it.
I'll pay more
Okay.
attention the next time I make one, but I'm looking, I'm like,
Okay.
they could walk that. That's a 5-foot walkway.
Okay, so right through here.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, there's a wall there.
Well, you just splashed right through the middle of it.
And you can, remember, you can rotate
Aw,
for your flashlight.
yeah. Yeah.
Light it up. There's the tunnel. Go in it.
What's above the tunnel? Oh, nothing. Dang it. So, who wants to go in the tunnel?
I want to at least check it out.
Anybody else?
I don't have that pulled up. I can't get to it, so I guess I'll walk with, but I can't see where I'm at. So
Do you want to go through a tunnel?
sure.
All right. So if everybody's going through the tunnel,
Wait, Brian, are you going, or are you going to
Yeah,
wait on us?
I'm trying to get over
I
there.
was just asking because you said you'd wait and see.
Okay, do I need to roll? Do I need to roll to get over there?
no.
Splish splash.
There we go.
We take a blood bath.
Oh, is this going to make us all younger?
You crawl through the blood and gore for some time. The stench of it, rot, decay, death, filling your nostrils. After about 10 tense minutes, you find yourself coming back above ground, just outside of where the pond was, as the creek runs underground and into this popping system.
Okay.
Sitting on the side of the road, you see an old sheriff's car that's been in use since the mid to late 90s. And you see a thick in the belly older man with several sunspots on his face, wearing the uniform of a sheriff, stepping out of a vehicle. The passenger door opens, and you see a man in a black suit, wearing a pair of shiny glasses with a gun at his hip. Well, well, Sheriff, it looks like you've got trouble in your jurisdiction. How interesting for me to see you here. And it's Agent Jones.
Agent Jones.
We're just exploring the caves.
Sheriff, finish your rounds. Give me a moment with these four.
Oh my God.
What exactly is your rounds there, Sheriff?
Sure ain't looking for kids, apparently.
Listen, I don't answer to you. You don't even vote here. And he gets in the car and drives off.
God, you fucker.
You guys don't listen to sound advice, do you?
No, but what's up with you and the prick?
Well, he's a useful prick. The kind I like.
Pretty useless, as you might say. Telling people that there's nothing to worry about these kids, and really, is that how we work around this area?
Yes. Let's just go and tell the parents that their kids were abducted by satanic vampires.
Well, you know,
Well,
maybe
we
you
left that
actually
bit out.
took the time to talk to said parents and kind of get some ideas of what they're actually, may have experienced themselves until the end of the day.
At least put on a show, for Christ's sakes. I mean, if that's what it is, at least act like you're trying to do something.
Oh, we are looking.
Oh, you're not giving, nobody's giving the parents that little bit of Vincent. They think the sheriff's doing nothing.
Well, that's because the sheriff is doing nothing. But
Right, so maybe.
That's because we sidelined him, and we're doing it.
Well, I don't see nobody
Well-
else up here.
Well, I mean,
Sounds
the
like you
parents
need
is-
some management skills here.
the parents was probably going to go hire a private investigator. So it's a good thing we stepped in, huh?
Well, it just so happens that I've been given permission to secure additional help on this one.
Huh.
So the situation has changed. If you're willing to be private contractors.
Hmm.
Yeah, as long as it's private contractors and we're not part of.
No, it's a very simple deal, and it looks like you've already started.
No, somebody's got to get the ball rolling. If your guys was so good, pardon me, but maybe you would have already been up here and found out what was going on ahead of time, or
Do you want my advice or not?
sure, why not? Trust the government.
So is that a yes?
Yes.
We
All
would
right.
definitely like to know.
So here is the information that we have. This blank body is a rare classification. It seems to go by the name of Bali.
We're ahead of you on that one.
Yeah. So helpful.
Well, we've been aware of this position for the last 30 years. We were able to seal and contain, but it didn't go pretty. None of those agents came back to work the next day. That's why this is a handle with caution type situation. So, what I can offer is an exchange of information, which will save your lives if you didn't know it. And in return, you report back to me.
You know, hmm. Well, what's changed since you told us we better keep our noses out of it? It was being handled by the government or by you men in black, as you call it, and then now you're wanting our help, wanting to make a deal with us. So, what's the deal? Either you want our help or you want us to keep our noses out of it. It can't be, What's changed since you knew we got the balls to go out and do it? Is that what the difference is, or um,
Roll wits and empathy.
damn it. I don't think I've got empathy. Let me look. Where in the world? Okay, I'm either blind because I am not seeing
It
empathy.
should be in the first column there.
No, there's no empathy. Nope.
My sheet either.
So what else do I need to roll?
That's odd. There's usually always empathy.
Huh.
Do you have it?
There's not none on there.
All right, use insight instead.
Okay. Yeah, I've got one in insight. And wits, you said?
Yeah, that's coming with an. Now I'm going to have to check the V5 sheets because I thought for sure they had it on there.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. What he says is, I see you're not going to stop, so we might as well make you useful. You pick up the way he says useful, the way he pauses just a second. It makes you think that he's thinking something more along the lines of expendable.
Well, let's just say that we have a mutual understanding of the word help. Like if I ask you a question, you give us the answers kind of deal.
Yeah. So, do you want to know what's going to save your asses?
With who? You guys or with the undead?
With the blank body that you're looking for.
Hmm.
Keep talking, we're listening.
And he reaches back into the car and opens up the glove box and pulls out a bag. Hands a crucifix out. Star of David. A Hindu rune. Everybody knows the one I'm talking about. I forgot the name of it though. But one of those. And I've got another crucifix here. All of these will keep her away from you if you can see her coming. Doesn't matter if you believe. Doesn't matter if she believes. It's just the way it is.
I'm Catholic, so.
Well, I would suggest you take the crucifix then.
Okay, I'm gonna reach out and grab it.
I'll take the rune.
I'll get Star David.
Okay, whatever's left.
Okay, the other crucifix.
Okay.
They're repelled by holy symbols. Not all the blank bodies. Don't go waving this around everywhere you go. That myth is specifically to this bloodline.
So, what can you tell us about this Bali? I've only seen movies with vampires until.
You've not seen one with one of these.
Exactly. What is okay? So, what are we looking for? I mean, so technically, we're gonna, if we say, but what is the things that we need to watch for with a said Bali, per se?
Everybody's that's ever ran into one was afraid of the fires and the potential of demonic entities that they say follows these. I'm not seeing a whole lot of that.
Hellhounds down in the cave we had to fight.
Hellhounds are very common. That's when a blank body gives their blood to an animal.
We had a couple of those.
But what was I saying? You are very distracting.
Just trying to get more information on the Bali. You said about they give their
Anybody
blood.
who's come into contact with them.
Oh, yes. They are scared of the flames and demons and the hellhounds before they meet them. But the reports on all the ones that have walked away, many commit suicide in the nights coming. They have their friends and family turn on them, sometimes in spectacularly violent ways. And they feel their very will to live has been pulled from their bodies.
So, there's some pretty interesting stuff down in those caves. You been down there yet?
Been observing, but I haven't gone in.
Go check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Something tells me you'll need a mop, though.
I just began my investigation by hiring 4 private investigators to find that information out for me.
Somebody's going to need a mop, and we ain't going to be no mop people. So.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's a pretty large kind of I don't know, what would you call it?
Pentagram?
Sacred area of some sort, I guess, for it down there. That you don't want to step into.
Maybe you do.
Do we have to worry about Mickey now?
That strangely sounds familiar. Give me just one moment. And he steps away and begins talking on a cell phone, leaving the 4 of you standing there.
So are we really going to report to this asshole?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well,
we'll just use him as a tool to help us, but we can't really trust him because all we
I mean,
are to him is a tool.
We won't tell him everything.
Yeah.
No. We're going to treat him like a mushroom. We're going to feed him shit, keep him in the dark.
If he can help us out along the way, if we're working for him, we get some cash because we're not working our other jobs right now, you know.
And we need to get some weapons. We need
Yeah, we're gonna get
equipment.
some money too.
Yeah, whatever we can get from him.
I think a steady paycheck should be in order. We're
Absolutely.
gonna be an investigator and all.
Yeah, we should talk finances and ammunition and equipment and
Supplies.
No, I think he's.
And as you say that, he hangs up the phone.
That's why she kind of coughed, because I'm kind of keeping the.
Hey, Dan,
You have service out here?
we always have service. Do you see my van?
Fair. I'll send the files to you. Apparently, that sacred area you speak. I knew that there was something that was ringing a bell. It was just there's a lot of information to process here. That's why I went and got the record sent to me. During the 90s strike force that went in, reports say that they spent several weeks attempting to find access into her haven, Torbid.
Yeah.
There was this area that was documented that the agents that were in the area did not want to be around. But as the time pressed forward, they started walking in here. This is where a lot of the symptoms that led to them no longer working with the Bureau happened at. But the report says that when they stood there, the walls opened for them.
How many had to be in the circle before that happened?
We don't have records like that. These men left the day that they came back.
So, are you wanting us to be hunters / investigators for you guys?
Hunting's all about investigating.
Good. We need a steady paycheck. That's what we need. We need money.
Well, there's no such thing as a steady paycheck as a
Money.
freelancer.
Money then.
Equipment.
Yeah.
2,000 upon completion.
2,000.
For
Is that a
each?
No, that is for yourself.
$2,000.
But if you continue to prove yourself useful, then perhaps we could find you a real job.
What about supplies? Equipment?
There better be
You
2,000
provide any of
apiece.
that?
I mean, if you need some extra bullets, I can give them to you, but the biggest supply that you didn't have and didn't even know you need, I've already given to you.
Well, I can make just about anything up for weapons. So just got to have the material and a way to get it.
And I didn't say we was going to the ice cream shop. That better be 2,000 apiece.
I'm not authorized to give that.
Well, get on the phone, get the person that authorizes you. Oh, no, wait a minute. We're expending.
I'm authorized for $2,000 for a sale.
For us to go out and do y'all's dirty work, a lot of it.
Miss Michaels, to do the job that you were here to do on your own anyway without a paycheck, I'm not blind.
Well, this is the thing, we're doing this to help these children, not to help you.
Well, now you can help these children and walk home with $500 in your pocket.
$500. I'm sorry. That's we're putting more on the line coming out and worth more than $500 a piece. I mean, and I understand what you're saying, but man, the shit we just went through in the caves, I mean, Y'all have a lot of balls to be able to do that, and y'all ain't done it yet. So
Here's what I'll do, guys.
You can walk away if you want to.
Here's what I'll do, guys. I'll pay our way this go. Plus, you're going to give us your little $2,000 or whatever the hell. I'll add to your salaries, guys.
Like I said, you're more than welcome to leave if you want to, but if you're going to stick around, you might as well take the paycheck.
If we don't, are you all going to try to kick us out?
I have no intention of kicking you out. You're free to make the choices that you want.
Thank you, Agent Jones, for all your help.
It looks like that sun's starting to set, so
That's what it looks like, huh?
I guess it's time for me to head back to the local hotel. Wish you guys luck out here.
how you gonna get back? Didn't you say you sent the sheriff off, or is he coming back?
We'll be back through.
You want to be out here by yourself and dark coming until he comes back through?
He knows to be back here before dark.
Speaking of what he knows, what the hell does he know? Or do you tell him what he knows?
Well, I feed him the company line.
What would be that?
This is believed to be part of a terrorist organization that has been infiltrated with a mind-altering disease.
Here we go. Swamp gas reflecting in light from Venus. Amazing.
How far from the truth is it? Do they use fear to control their victims? Yep, they're a terrorist organization. Does whatever happens to them when they become one of these things change their thought process? It's not wrong,
It's not right either.
but it's a lot better than the alternative now, isn't it? Feed them shit, keep them in the dark.
Like these families that's losing these children. You just keep feeding them more shit. That's not right.
Families losing
Well, some
children.
people have actually got a little bit more sense that's actually caught on to some things that's going on. I mean, this place, from what I understand, is known for its, folklore and shit. So a lot of them's not blinded to it. If you actually took the notion to sit down and talk to them about it instead of feeding them horse shit, they understand kind of what's going on. I mean, you can hide so much from somebody before they start, like I said, folklore. I've heard so much stuff, and I've had parents to tell me, hey, yeah, we know about it. So not all of them's in the dark. They're smarter than what you think.
I don't think
And
Agent Jones gives a shit.
And that's why they need people like you around. You can worry about a couple missing children. I'll make sure that this doesn't turn into a massacre. Our priorities are different.
Well, I think children are pretty important. My bad for thinking that.
From your perspective, I can see why you would think that. You haven't
Thank
seen
you,
the
Agent
things I've seen.
Jones, for all your insight.
You're very welcome. At this point, you see some headlights coming around the corner, and he just walks to the other side of the road.
We'll see on the flip side. All right.
And he hops in and walks off, and the four of you are there as the sun behind you begins to set.
Well, guys, we need to try to be getting our way out of here too right
We
now.
do
We're
not
getting
need to
ready
be-
to get on their turf now.
Yeah, we don't need to be here after dark.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start getting into the van and putting my stuff down.
So are you driving back to town, or what's the game plan?
Safe house. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think we need to go and somewhere where I could review all this surveillance footage and see what's going
Yeah.
on.
We'll go back to safe house. I'll sit back there with him since I got a little bit in technology too, and see if I can pick up on stuff while look at something while he's looking at something else.
I'm gonna pull up the files he sent me while someone's driving.
The files are more or less exactly what he said, but there are some old Polaroid pictures of the area. Um, you can see that whatever the mechanism is, the Bureau does not understand it, but it pulls some sort of energy from living to reduce blocks that are holding the wall in place as it slides down.
Hmm.
But you can read the reports, official documents, and you have an eye for these that you can recognize them because you've seen them before. He was telling you the truth of everything, including the 4 agents that handed in their resignation the day that op was over. The one that you are repeating now, 30 years later.
I'm relaying
Now-
all this to them.
Can we tell, like, if I know, like, that Mickey wasn't, like, actually completely, in contact with the volley or whatever, but we know that he stepped into that. Can we tell, like, anything about him, if that affected him in any way for later or anything?
I mean, there was definitely a brief moment, but since then he's been himself.
All right.
Still gonna kind of be looking over at him while he's driving.
I want to review
Do
the
you feel okay?
surveillance
Feel
footage.
great.
Oh, good.
Nothing out of the ordinary on any of the footage.
Hmm.
But roll me an investigation as something catches your eye.
You got to be shitting me.
Probably, I've got technology too, and I was back there with him.
Do
So
you?
can I check and see if I pick up anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got.
I rolled 8 dice. Statistically, I should have got something. That is crazy.
I got 4.
Brian, just as you were pushing it out as a shadow, Katie, you saw something. The video needs to go back.
Okay. We'll rewind it back.
Okay. Right there.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are walking in to the Wilsons' home, 3 of the hellhounds, the creatures you fought in the cave, are just at the edge of the picture, watching you. And that's where we're going to pause the story for now.
Oh my god! Oh, that sucks.
As you will continue your investigation the next time we meet for the Silent War. How's everybody doing?
Oh my god!
Ready to go to work.
So yeah, I had fun. I didn't have fun with the tech issues. We're going to get that fixed because I don't know what it's doing. It's weird. But we'll get it all straightened out. Stick with us.
It's part of the charm.
The story the story will continue and the tools will get better. Thank you very much. If you've stuck around this long, subscribe. If you're watching a video on demand, subscribe so you can come join, hang out with us. Follow the socials down below because we don't actually know what we're doing in the coming weeks. We got to meet following this to do a little bit of scheduling. So you'll know when we know.
Yeah.
But thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We love you.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.